This is KVUE News at 6.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Rush. Weather is the top story tonight. The storm chaser out tracking the roads. My co-anchor, Quita Culpepper, is in the Storm Center with Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon. And let's turn it over to you guys.
Thank you, Mike. And, well, a severe thunderstorm warning right now. And, Albert, what can we expect going forward? I know we've seen some hail falling in parts of central Texas already.
Yeah, and reports of just north of Page in extreme northeastern Bastrop County, larger than a quarter, possibly as large as golf ball now. That's where our severe thunderstorm warning is. Northeastern areas of Bastrop County, central areas of Lee County, extending into northern areas of Fayette County. Look at this thunderstorm. Potential for 70-mile-per-hour straight-line winds heading into Giddings right now. The hail core right in here, and there could be the size of 1 inch, if not bigger, hail, maybe $half, possibly as large as golf ball size hail, moving into Giddings and the Lincoln area as we speak. This new severe thunderstorm warning is going to go until 6:45. Hail tracker showing that hail core moving out of Page and approaching Giddings right now. This thunderstorm is moving off to the southeast at 60 miles per hour, just an unbelievable forward speed. It's going to be in Ledbetter as we head towards 6:04, so here in the next 4 minutes, and then getting into northern areas of Fayette County shortly. So if you live north of LaGrange, the Carmine area, Roundup area, get ready for that one. This is a strong thunderstorm that's over Coda, right around 71 and 130 toll, moving away from Bergstrom. It is not severe, although some small hail possible once it gets out towards Cedar Creek. We've got some quiet conditions in downtown Austin. This thunderstorm, a developing hail core to the south of Dripping Springs, to the north of Wimberley. So if you're in Buda and Kyle, you need to watch this thunderstorm closely. It's below severe weather limits at the moment, but you can see the purple. There is a developing hail core with that storm that's also moving to the southeast. Temperatures out ahead of this front that is creating these thunderstorms are in the 70s and 80s. So these thunderstorms, especially as they move beyond I-35, Caldwell, Bastrop, Fayette County, could be severe. The main threat is going to be thunderstorms producing large hail, like our thunderstorm activity that's ongoing right now in portions of northeastern areas of Bastrop and Lee County. So, with that being said, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect from the metro back off towards the east of the interstate until 11 p.m. I think a lot of our counties will be dropped from this watch box beyond about 8 o'clock. A lot of this activity is going to be out of the area by 8:30 or 9 p.m. We'll come back with updates with that severe thunderstorm that's moving out of the Bastrop County area and that developing strong thunderstorm in Hays County here in the next few minutes.
Thanks, Albert. See you in a few moments. Now to a KVUE Defenders Austin American-Statesman exclusive. Tonight, the Austin Police Department taking new steps to handle thousands of untested rape kits from sexual assault cases, some as old as 2 decades.
Well, the department is launching a sexual assault cold case unit, which officials say could help solve those crimes. Tony Plahetsky joins us now. And Tony, this is a major effort by the department.
It is a top priority, Mike and Quita. APD's interim chief tells me that the department has a duty to both sexual assault victims and to the community to make sure investigators are doing all they can to solve those cases and get perpetrators off the street.
It started with demands from advocates and sexual assault victims themselves that more be done to investigate and solve the crimes against them.
Too many times, the only thing that is standing between a survivor of sexual abuse and the justice that they deserve is the evidence to prove to everyone what she knew all along.
At the heart of Austin's issue, more than 3,000 untested, backlogged sexual assault kits with forensic samples from victims, some of them dating back to the early 1990s. Over the past 10 months, the department has been contracting with both private and government labs to test those samples. And now, with the results beginning to come in, APD is creating a new cold case sexual assault unit to continue those investigations.
And given where we are right now with sex crimes investigations and what we expect to happen with all of these kits coming back, all we would have done is we would have just moved the logjam one step further in the process if we didn't assign additional resources to the sex crimes unit to actually be able to clear these cases once we get the results back.
The unit will be made up of 4 full-time investigators. Interim Police Chief Brian Manley says those detectives will be tasked with interviewing witnesses, victims, and suspects, possibly to file charges. They may also upload tests into a national database to look for matches to previously unidentified suspects.
In a lot of these cases, the suspect is already known And when we test the kit, we'll likely find that it is that suspect, but we have a duty to test that kit anyway and to work that case towards closure.
Manley calls the new unit a step in the right direction for solving the crimes and to hold perpetrators accountable.
If there is a case that is now viable because of the findings of this kit, then yes, we will begin that investigation all over again.
Now tonight, Connie Stogner with the group Safe Austin, which helps sexual assault victims, told me, quote, anytime we see an entity, law enforcement or the courts making sexual assault a priority, that is a good thing. When we see a devotion of resources to solving these crimes, we absolutely support that. And Mike Aquita, as more results come in from the testing of these rape kits, officials tell me it is possible that they could add even more investigators to this new unit.
All right. Thank you, Tony.
You bet.
And right now, authorities are offering a reward for this 25-year-old Austin man who's failing to comply with sex offender registration requirements and a probation violation.
The Texas Department of Public Safety is offering a $2,000 reward for his capture. Everett Rainey was convicted of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl in Caldwell County with 4 other men in 2011. Tips can be submitted through our website, KVUE.com, or by calling the number on your screen.
England and many across the world still reeling tonight in the wake of the fatal bomb explosion after an Ariana Grande concert. 22 people died and dozens more were hurt.
It is still unclear how a bomber got into the area undetected. The big question, whether this is part of a wider coordinated effort. British authorities have identified the suicide bomber as 22-year-old Salman Abedi. They've recovered his remains along with nuts, bolts, and ball bearings from the explosive, all found outside a main entrance to the concert venue. A 23-year-old man has also been arrested in connection with the attack. Authorities also served 2 warrants raiding Abedi's Manchester home, where there was another explosion that rattled nerves. ISIS has claimed responsibility. Now, in the wake of that attack, emergency managers here in the live music capital are assessing the safety measures in place for big concerts and events.
Next week, Blues on the Green kicks off for the summer at Zilker Park, and this weekend, Lone Star Jam is out at the Travis County Expo Center. KVUE's Rebecca Trejo spoke with first responders here in Travis County. And Rebecca, what kind of safety plans are in place?
Well, I spoke with emergency officials both in Austin and in Travis County. The Austin Police Department oversees a lot of the security at live music venues across our city. They say that their department will enhance their security posture as needed and make the adjustments necessary should a need arise. APD also says they continually monitor any and all reported threats made towards large events and venues across the city. They work with federal and local authorities like the Travis County Emergency Management Department. Their assisting emergency management coordinator says they're prepared for a terrorist incident should one ever take place here. And he explains the chain of command.
So in the case of terrorism, the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations, is the lead agency. And then they would work with the local law enforcement partners, and then we would work with them to support resource requests and to serve as a coordination point.
And due to security, emergency officials much of the time cannot reveal their exact safety protocol to the public. Now, Austin Police says it's important for you to remain vigilant and report any suspicious behavior by calling 911. Mike and Quita, back to you.
Thanks, Rebecca. President Trump wrapped up his 2-day trip to Israel today. He is now visiting Rome.
Before he left Israel, the president offered some strong words about the Manchester terror attack.
So many young, beautiful, innocent people living and enjoying their lives murdered by evil losers in life. I won't call them monsters because they would like that term. They would think that's a great name. I will call them from now on losers, because that's what they are. They're losers.
The president has made stomping out extremism and terrorism a central focus of his entire Mideast trip.